On this episode of the Layover Live, Vanesa Zuzuarregui stops by to talk about the upcoming Simpleview Summit. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 198 of the Layover Live. I'm Jason Swick, VP of Strategy and Insights here at Simpleview, and thank you for tuning in once again. We do appreciate it. Now, as we get closer and closer to Summit, I always like every single year to bring in a team from marketing to really talk about how to get the most out of a conference. Now, every year I go to tons of marketing conferences, go to tons of events. I think it's always important to really find those key topics or those key sessions that you really want to make sure that you are attending. And with that today, I am joined by our Events Manager, Vanesa Zuzuarregui. So, Vanesa, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Jason.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you here too. First time on the show.
That's correct.
As well too,
First
right?
time.
So, yeah, we'll try to keep it painless as possible, right? So let's jump on into it because I know you guys do such a good job with putting content together, and I think people, don't understand how much effort goes into this, right? Trying to line up all these different sessions and trying to appeal to the right audiences, and there's so many different DMOs that attend, and so it's really, really important you're trying to get the most out of it. And so let's start with the pre-conference, because I know we've got it broken up into like pre-conference events, summit sessions, but pre-conference is a way for a lot of folks out there to really jump in, maybe do a little bit more hands-on, do more of a workshop style. So what are some can't miss pre-conference sessions?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first I wanted to clarify for our pre-conference workshops, they're an add-on to our registration.
Okay.
So to your point, it's a really great way for our attendees to learn a little bit more or dive a little deeper into it. So we're so lucky we get to have our Simpleview experts have these smaller classes. And one of the ones that I'm really excited about is the magic of CRM admin, how to use your powers for good. And this allows a system admin to really help their DMO and then set their partners up for success as well.
Yep.
It's the best way to learn how to protect your own data. And to learn what a proper workflow usage looks like. And that one is on Monday in the afternoon. But what's really special about these classes is, like I said, space is limited. So we're really encouraging our attendees to sign up now because you just get a lot of really great information in a short amount of time. And then you get to go home and teach the rest of your team about it.
Of course, that's one of the benefits, right? And I love that. I love those topics that we come up with, right? Because we've got lots of different ones. We got topics around Google Analytics, which has been top of mind for a lot of marketers out there. You've got some around data and all these other different things in between. So it's really, really important to get signed up as quickly as possible for those things that you mentioned, right? And that's really where you get the practitioners can jump in, really take a deep dive, which I love that. Following then those sessions, we kind of really start to get into more of the meat of the conference, right? All the different sessions. This is the part that gets me excited, right? I love kind of kicking things off. I know Ryan does a big intro every year, which we'll talk about that. So let's even just jump right into that. What are some of the things that are on your list this year as it relates to the normal general sessions that you want to make sure people attend?
Gosh, well, I want everyone to attend all of them.
Of course.
So it's so exciting, and there's so much content, like you said, packed in. On Tuesday, we have a bunch of sessions in our general session room that are labeled All Systems Go. Okay. And so I wish I could pick, my favorites, right? But if you look at the ones that are called All Systems Go, those are the ones that are really highlighting what's on the horizon for Simpleview. So if you see those on Tuesday, those ones to me are can't miss.
Yeah, super excited for that as well too. So if you're looking at attending sessions like Ryan, I've been at Simpleview now for a long time. Those sessions that Ryan gives in the beginning always get me excited and pumped up for traveling into. And I know we have a lot of stuff that we're announcing this year and starting to get into.
You've got a few of your own.
I do. I have a few of my own too, so I'm going to shamelessly plug them now.
Let's do it.
So let's do it. So we've got, one is, we're on the layover today. We're shooting episode 198. We'll actually have episode 200 that we're going to be doing live on Tuesday during lunch at Summit. So, fingers crossed for me on that one, right? We're going to be putting but we have a really cool, some ideas planned. We're going to kind of keep that a secret for now, but you're going to want to make sure you check that out. We're going to make it interactive. We're going to celebrate. We're at 200, and you and I have been working with the team collectively to do that, so I'm excited about that.
Congratulations on 200.
Thank you. Well, let me get there first. You may say different after we go.
But it's so exciting.
Right. I'm excited for it, too. It's been a long time. We've been doing this since 2017, and so to see it come to that many episodes is truly something to be proud of, and I'm excited. Everyone's contributed. It's a real team effort all around. Also, we're doing a session with Paul Jukes, who's one of the strategists on our team. We're doing it around collaboration. I think one of the things that we noticed, especially coming out of the pandemic, the landscape's changed a lot. DMOs are having to do a lot more with less. They're having to work across agency partners more. And collaboration is something that has to be done there. So we've got a session around that. So make sure you check that out. And then my last shameless plug is some of the new things that we're talking about really has to do with this age of digital transformation. A lot's happened. We've accelerated digital. The pandemic certainly caused a lot of that. But I'm going to be doing a session on introducing Simpleview's data and digital marketing maturity model. So that'll be pretty cool to check out. So make sure you take a look at that. So last of my shameless plugs there, right? So good sessions there, good things to check out. You can go to Simpleview Summit to check all that out. But lastly, before I leave it, because I think it's also important not only to look at the sessions and what's happening, but also sometimes there's those things, Vanessa, that just make attendance a little bit nicer for somebody or provide a better user experience. What are maybe some of those things or any thoughts to share there that you want to make sure people are aware of?
So I've heard we have done it in the past, but we're changing Ask the Expert from last year. And so we're doing more of a product trade show. We'll have tables out with all of our exhibitors, but we'll be highlighting different Simpleview products. So it's going to look a little bit different, but we'll have experts during our networking breaks and our meals to be able to answer questions. So if you aren't able to make it to a pre-conference workshop, you still have access to our experts, which is really cool. And we'll have all the different products laid out so that you can go talk to different people about different products. Maybe it's something that you are already using and you want to learn a little bit more about, or maybe it's something that you have your site set on and just need a little bit more information to back it up to your team.
Yeah, I love that. I would say probably one of the things that's key for the conference is this opportunity. Simpleview sends a lot of staff. So like this opportunity to be able to get in front of those people, some of the folks you're working on a day, some of the investments that you're already making as a DMO, and get hands-on with the people. That is one of the best things about the conference. So I highly encourage you outside of the sessions, outside of the pre-conference workshops, which are all fantastic, take advantage of that time with the experts while you have them. It's a great resource. We have a lot of our staff there that are there to help you. If they don't have the answer to the question, they're going to find it for you. So I would highly encourage people to do that. Naturally, we have a great kickoff always planned on Monday night, which is great. The site has a lot about that. And then also, we're also known for our closing parties a little bit too, right? So on Wednesday, we're going to want to check that out too, right?
Well, if you're hitting up our welcome reception, it is a Texas-shaped lazy river.
Yes, please.
And we are poolside.
Okay.
So that's our welcome reception. That's how we are entering in Summit. We're coming in with a bang. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then for our closing party, like you said, we want to make sure that our attendees are booking their flights for Thursday morning or maybe mid-morning because Wednesday night is our closing party. And I have heard the stories. I have heard how legendary it is, and it's my job to uphold our reputation for that. So
no pressure, right?
No pressure.
But it should be fun. That's some of the best advice on this show today. Is book that flight for later on Thursday. You're gonna be happy. Your future self will thank you.
That's right.
So great. So really, really good stuff there, folks. Listen, if you got time, go to simpleviewsummit.com. We're a little more than a month out right now. It's a great opportunity for you to be able to check in, get things pre-planned. Naturally, our staff is always here to answer any questions you want. Our goal is to make sure you have the best, most informative time and see value in it. Come check us out for that. So Vanessa, thanks for stopping by. I love this. This is one of my favorite things to do. So thank you so much. And thanks for tuning in each and every week. If you're not subscribed, please do so now. We're also available on podcasts through Spotify and iTunes. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you very soon.